Welcome back to another episode of That Don't Sound Right, a podcast about talking. We're your co-host. I'm Peter Billman.
I'm Cecil Davis.
And we're just trying to have a conversation, one word at a time, without Googling or fact-checking each other, because we know those things so easily kill the conversation.
And I killed the conversation this week.
Really?
I was having we were having a conversation. It came up, what's the difference between a fiddle and a violin? And instead of talking about it, because I knew I was right, I looked it up to prove that
you wanted immediate. Was there a debate ahead of time?
Yes, there was a debate about it, and I killed it because I wanted to be right.
Was it?
I admit it. On air.
Was it because of the person you were talking with?
No, I just wanted to be right.
Okay, because sometimes, when you're talking with somebody, specific people, you kind of want to be right.
Right. No, it wasn't that.
Because they have no patience for incorrectness, right?
No, it wasn't that. I just killed the conversation, man.
Oh, man.
I confess it here.
All right, well, it's okay.
So you want to know the difference between a violin and a fiddle?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
There is no difference.
Right.
It's the way it's played.
Yeah.
A fiddle is often played with multiple strings at a time, whereas a violin is just one string at a time.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
That's right. Yeah.
Is that accurate?
There's no difference between those.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Right.
So we won't belabor this too much for our people that just listen. But
people are asking, what is this?
We are in the TDSR workshop.
Oh yeah, there it is.
And the reason people have begun to look at what's behind us on other episodes.
Right.
So now you've got something to look at.
Have you staged this?
I have not staged this. There's no Easter eggs particularly.
All right.
Now listeners may find Easter eggs, but there is no Easter egg in particular.
We're going to put the all in 3-in-1 olive oil right there. They're a proud sponsor of That Don't Sound Right.
So we might do more episodes from the TDSR workshop.
It's nice and quiet down here.
It is quiet,
unless your furnace over there cranks on.
No,
we'll be in trouble.
Crank on, in the winter we'll be in trouble.
Okay.
So tonight, first of all, I've noticed in editing the podcast that my voice, my energy does not match your energy in an episode.
All right.
So I'm gonna try to step it up tonight.
Bring it, man.
Get my voice up there a little bit more.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. So tonight we're going to do a follow-up episode, episode 203. Do you remember episode 203?
203. I don't have them memorized.
5 days on the road.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We talked about you preparing to go on a 5-day trip.
Right.
Where you would drive 4 different big rigs.
Yeah. 4 different 18-wheelers. Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that. I've had several listeners say, hey, you told us you were going on this trip, but we haven't heard of it.
Right.
Now, I feel like I've talked to several people about it because people have asked me about it, but we haven't recorded for the other 47 listeners.
All right, so we're going to talk tonight about the
driving in a big rig. Yeah,
driving in a big rig. So
what you want to know?
So just tell us what you did first. What the basics of episode 203 were.
Oh yeah, so the basics were, for my job, we will take our trucks out, and we'll take our competition trucks out, and we'll take them on road trips. We'll simulate driving as a over-the-road driver would for an entire week. The trucks are loaded. We drive a certain distance. We get to our destination, and we park. We'll spend the night in the truck. We'll eat on the road. We'll pack food. We'll take showers in the truck stops. What we don't do is simulate delivering something. So we just we go from one truck stop to the other. But while we do that, we're evaluating. We have a survey of 50 or 60 questions where we ask about what's it like to drive the truck, what's it like to sit in the truck, what's it like to sleep in the truck, what's it like to do this paperwork that you have to do for an hour in the truck, how does it heat, how does it cool, what's it like at night, all of those things about what's it like for a driver to live in a truck. And we compare it, and we compare all the other trucks together to see how we think we rank.
So how'd you sleep?
So I slept okay. It depends on the truck. Our truck was very quiet. The other trucks, some of the other trucks our trucks have a large battery that can power the air conditioner overnight.
So you leave the trucks running, is that correct?
It depends. So our truck has a large some of the trucks these days have large batteries on board.
Okay.
So in the case of our truck, we have 6 12-volt batteries.
Wow. That
can run our air conditioner overnight. Other trucks have 4 extras, so a total of 8 to run the air conditioners overnight. But then some trucks don't have that at all,
Mhm.
and they have to idle their engines at night. Or some of them have a little box on the side of the frame that has a little diesel motor and generator and air conditioner that cools the truck while you're parked.
So it doesn't make quite as much noise.
That one doesn't make quite as much noise,
is a big one.
but when the engine's running, so there's one truck that I had, you had to idle the engine.
All night.
Yeah, well, I got to about 2 a.m. and said, okay, I'm going to sweat it out because I cannot sleep. Because the truck was just,
yeah.
And you can go in there and just the idle speed, see if you can find an idle speed that doesn't shake the entire truck. I couldn't find one.
Wow. So I thought they idled the engine at night because that was just to keep it was easier to keep the engines running, or I thought there was another, but you're idling it for cooling and heat.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
A lot of states now have anti-idling laws because you are producing a lot of emissions,
right.
and you're wasting a lot of fuel. I mean, it's pretty remarkable how much fuel you waste.
Oh, it's not a negligible amount.
It's not a negligible amount. No,
wow.
no. So it's if you can shut down the engine these days, you want to shut down the engine just because this fuel's not cheap.
So you're charging the batteries all day on the road,
right?
And then at night,
right?
Yeah. So a friend of mine who listens to this, had a similar thing where a guy he worked with had a bunch of batteries in the back of his car, and he would charge them in the car, and then he would run his home up on them at night.
Oh wow, that's a lot of batteries.
Yeah, it was a lot of batteries. He had like extra alternators, I think.
Oh, and he was. How long was he driving during the day?
I don't know.
You have to drive quite a bit.
Enough, I guess, to run the few appliances he wanted to run. I don't think he was running like big stuff.
Man, all right, yeah. But it's the same idea. One of the things our truck has now, it's called an ultra capacitor. So a capacitor is something that can store charge.
Yes.
And discharge it quickly.
Yep.
Well, we've got a 24-volt one. It's probably about the size of a battery.
So what's it for? What?
When it's used just to start the truck.
Oh. Okay.
And one of the things that kills a battery in a car is when you drain it way down.
Right.
And then it's got to charge up, and you drain it way down.
Right.
And this constant draining, that's what really kills a battery. And you do that when you start a truck.
Oh, okay.
Right. You really pull the battery down. But ultra capacitor, it don't care. So we have an ultra capacitor, so we don't need 8 batteries. We can have 6. And we don't risk, even if you drained all those 6 batteries with your air conditioner, the ultra capacitor is there to start the truck.
Yeah. And then you charge through the day.
And our system is set up that if for some reason, let's say it's super cold out or super hot out, and the air conditioner is working overtime, and you're in there for a long time, if the system senses those 6 batteries are getting low, it automatically fires up the truck and start charging them for you.
Oh, that's probably pretty rattling though if you were asleep.
It happened to me.
Oh, did it?
It did. Yeah.
Did it wake you up?
It did. Oh yeah.
Did it scare you?
This was another truck that had that similar feature.
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I suspect it was going to happen, but you really can't prepare for it when you're asleep. Yeah, but for the most part, I slept okay. I slept better than I thought.
So the bed, we talked about this. The bed size are, what'd you say? They were like a twin?
They're like a twin XL.
Yeah.
So basically, what you had in your dorm.
So you're not sleeping in a fetal position. You're stretched out.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you could stretch
Could
out.
I stretch out?
You could stretch out. You probably can't stretch out like that. You could stretch out like this.
Stretch out long.
But you couldn't stretch out with your hands above your head.
Now, did you eat in the truck stops, or did you go to other restaurants?
So we went to other restaurants for dinner, and we made an agreement that we would stop at rest areas to eat our lunch. And so what people did was the morning of, they would either grab a sandwich out of the truck stop and have it in their fridge, because all of our trucks have refrigerators.
Really?
Yep. Fridge.
All right. So what else is? Before you say what you did for lunch, what else is in the kitchen there? You got a refrigerator? Do you have a microwave?
Yep, we do have a microwave.
Seriously,
there is a microwave.
All the trucks had microwaves.
Yeah. Well, let me take that back. Our trucks were not equipped with microwaves, but there's a spot for a microwave.
Okay.
There's definitely a spot for a microwave. But since we were not planning on eating like dinner on the road, or really eating we weren't planning on cooking in the trucks.
Yeah.
I've been on a trip where I've cooked in the truck.
Right.
I brought a hot plate. I brought a hot water kettle. We had a microwave.
Okay, so you had microwave. Do you have water?
No, there's no running water. So I usually have a jug of water in there where there are a bunch of bottles of water with you.
And I guess there's no like little porta potty in there.
No. Yeah.
Are they, so any trucks anywhere in the world have potties built into them?
Only as custom
Custom trucks.
Custom trucks will do that sometimes. Yeah,
wow.
right.
So y'all stopped at rest stops for lunch.
Yeah,
Sandwiches.
I bought all the ingredients that I needed for the week to make sandwiches. So lettuce and bread and luncheon meat and dressing and
you had all that in the
fruit, and I just kept that in the fridge. And so when it was time to go eat lunch, I just grabbed my grocery bag out of the fridge. Off I go to the picnic table and make my lunch.
And then wherever you stopped at night, you would sleep in the truck, have dinner, go out to dinner.
We're always able to walk.
Now you also told me that to be able to park the truck on a flat spot.
Yeah,
that's a premium price because you have to pay to park.
So a couple things I learned. It's been a while since I've dealt with truck stops, but a relatively new thing, maybe new, it's been going on for 15 years now, is that yes, if truck parking is difficult to find. It's one of the most stressful things for a truck driver to deal with, because when you can only drive for so long and then you have to stop the truck. You can't be cruising around looking for a parking place. And it's not easy to cruise around looking for a parking place in a heavy truck, right?
Right.
You kind of need to know where you're going to go. And if you can't go there, you have to have enough room to turn around.
Right.
So it's really stressful. And so unfortunately, what's been going on is a lot of the truck stops have realized, hey, I can sell these parking spots. I can rent these. You can be guaranteed a parking spot. So they're charging about $20 to $25 a night.
Wow. For
you to be able to park. But what they do is they find all the real nice flat ones.
Charge premium.
And they charge you for those.
Yeah.
And then the ones where we park, which kind of down the hill. We parked up in Wytheville. It's a truck stop. So there's only a couple of spots of level ground in the entire city of Wytheville.
Yeah.
And one of them is the truck stop right around the building. Everything else is down a slope.
Right.
And so our parking place was down a very steep hill to another parking area, which was on an incline.
Right.
And so I had to put my head on the other side of the bunk where the air conditioner was growling. Because I had to keep my head above my feet. I can't sleep with my head below my feet. Can you?
Flat.
You really would prefer it flat.
Yeah.
So that was surprising. The other surprising thing were showers. You have to pay for a shower, but the showers are actually quite nice. You get this whole big room. It's like you get a full bathroom to yourself with a changing area, a toilet, a sink. It gives you all the linens, washcloth, towel, hand towel. You get your own shower. They got soap, the little pump soaps, which you are not a fan of, right? But they get the pump soaps, and one even had a hair dryer.
Nice.
Yep.
This is at the truck stop.
These are at the truck stops, right?
So you pay, you get the key, you go back.
Right. They give you a code. Yeah. They give you a code. You go back. But just thinking about now. Now you're out about. What do you have? Now you're out about $43 between a parking for $25 and a shower for $18.
Wow.
Now you're out $43
every time you stop and do those.
If you want to do those things, yeah.
So that's why you see trucks parked along the road, I guess.
Well,
or on exits.
Yep, one or two reasons. They had to stop, or they don't want to, or they feel comfortable that this is a place I can stop.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. There's plenty of other places to park you don't have to pay, but
I'm surprised they let trucks park along the route.
A lot, there are places where you can't. I mean, they have signs clearly marked, but the government recognizes this is a problem, and they're trying to be lenient, trying to make spaces, but
because as you're driving, you're not always going to end your run at a convenient place.
No, you're not.
Like everything's not going to line up perfectly, especially on a long haul, I'm sure.
Right. You're going to end up at a warehouse, and then you need to go to another warehouse to pick something up. And one of the sad things is a lot of these warehouses and these places where a truck will go, they do not let the truckers go inside to use the bathroom. They don't let them go inside and have access to their facilities. Huh. So can you imagine you pull up, and now you have to wait 2 hours before you can leave. And you can't go inside and use the bathroom, or some places you can't even leave the truck. They say you got to stay in your truck.
Wow.
Yeah. It is not easy. It is not easy. Yeah.
So could you, after doing it for 5 days, could you do it full time?
Oh man, I was so thankful. I was so thankful I did not have to get in a truck the next week. Well, I don't know if I told you about the trip I took to Alaska, drove from Greensboro to Alaska.
Yeah.
And this was I had another driver with me, and we drove on and off the whole way. We had one stop where we took a shower, and then we had another stop where we actually got in a hotel and slept in the bed, just to get out of the truck and take a break.
Right.
5.5 days.
Wow.
I gained 5 pounds.
Oh, I'm sure.
I gained 5 pounds just with all that sitting and not eating and not being mobile. Yeah.
So they're okay if the truck keeps rolling if they got 2 drivers in it.
Yeah. You can. Yeah.
So how do you tell the electronics that the drivers have switched? Because it's an electronic log now.
Yeah. Right. I have to go in there and I have to log out, say that I'm off duty, log out. The other person gets on there, changes to their login essentially, and says, "Okay, I'm driving," and it can keep track of 2 drivers.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah. So any parting thoughts for our audience about the driving for 5 days?
One of the things that I'm always reminded of is don't cut a truck off. We leave a gap between us and the next car for a reason, because we know we can't stop in time not to hit the car.
Yeah.
So it's not really an invitation
To pull in front
to get in front of the heavy truck.
Yeah.
They're leaving a gap because they know they can't stop in time.
Yeah.
And when a car cuts in front of them and takes up that spot,
right,
and then hits the brakes for one reason or another, you're taking a big chance.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of been lawsuits now where that if you jump in front of a truck and hit your brakes and the truck hits you, it used to be the truck was always at fault. Most of our trucks now have camera systems. Just about every single one of them has a camera system.
Right.
And so if you jump in front of a truck and hit your brake and it hits you, you're going to be at fault.
That's good. That's fair.
Yeah. You're going to be at fault. And the video evidence will be there.
Yeah.
But I am just so amazed how many people jumped in front of me and just wanted to pick a fight with a heavy truck.
Right. It's not advisable.
That's right.
I hadn't thought about that. This is probably another episode. As the use of those cameras grow, I'm sure it's changing the industry, the insurance industry.
Oh, I've had fleet owners tell me the camera's been a lifesaver because all they got to do is look at the footage, and within 30 seconds they know: do I call my lawyer, or do I write a check?
Right. Yeah. No, it makes sense. All right. Doesn't sound right, but you've come to the end of this episode of That Don't Sound Right.
Well, we want to thank everyone for watching or listening to the episode. Thanks for being with us this 4 years. But if you're new and you've enjoyed this episode, think about hitting the subscribe button on the platform you listen with. If you're that long-time viewer or that long-time listener, don't hesitate to leave us a review, give us a rating so others can easily find us and join the conversation.
All right. That Don't Sound Right is a production of the TDSR podcast in conjunction with Camel City Studios. And tonight we're in Camel City Workshop.
The workshop.
Yeah. I'm your co-host and sound engineer, Cecil. Peter is your other host, and web designer Camille actually did some
Yes,
barista
it was
tonight.
great coffee. Let me drink it as you finish it up.
Emily does a graphic
parched.
design and will be on a upcoming episode.
Oh, yes. We got some exciting story. An exciting story. A tale of tales.
Tale of Tales. Ella does our Instagram. Giorgio tests our merchandise. Brent is our international ambassador.
Undisputed.
And as always, listener number 1 is
Scott.
So until next week, keep talking.
And stay curious.